I know. So I'm learning new things all the time. That. So now I can have backgrounds, can I? Right, but if I have a background, then I can't have any camera. They should have it so I can flip the camera, so you can see where I'm going. But they've got it so you can't flip the camera, so I'm going to need to get rid of this. Which is like that. Now, lets me flip the camera. Anyway, what am I doing now here? Just cooling down a bit. Just had a bath, now I'm going to have a walk around the village. And then, I'm going to do a little live for an hour, or maybe even two. From the studio, I'm going to get on with some work in there. But I'll just go live in there and just put the camera on. I'm going to even wire up the speakers, so I've got some records playing. It's been ridiculously hot here today, about 32, 33 I think. Saying that, we've had a little, well, I'll say we've had a bit of rain. It was a little few spits while I was cycling. But that's cooled the air a bit. Might also give my wheels another spray. In fact, I gave them a coat last night and it's really coming up luminous green now. And also squirted the luminous orange onto the mountain bike frame. I'm just debating whether to put an engine in it, a petrol. You can get like 2-stroke engines that you put on cycles, and 4-stroke. 80cc or a 125. I'm thinking about putting an engine on it. Which will be quite amusing. I've seen the 2-stroke engines on YouTube. Obviously, they rev right out, whereas the 4-stroke ones are a bit longer to sort of get there, but they don't rev right out. Thought about electrifying the bike, but for the amount of money, you might as well get a petrol engine and throw it in it. And there's not a lot of price difference between the 80cc one and the 125. And it's just straight throttle, it's just and off you go. Yeah, it's quite breezy out here tonight. It's quite nice actually. Birds. Into the village. Probably no one here. Comes a police car or something. Whoa, it's this way. It's a policeman there. Probably late for his donuts. Anyway, we'll cross over here and have a little walk up. And then, I've already been in the studio room, it's not too bad in there. Yeah, Gothic Folly. But what I've got to do, I've got to finish that painting, the black painting. Once I've done that, I can sort the floor out with whatever I'm doing there. I haven't quite decided yet. Where am I? I'm just here. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be some rain coming in the night. Or about 11. But we've seen no storms yet. I think other parts of the country have had like big storms and stuff, but the most I've seen is a few spats of rain, which is quite nice actually, cycling in it. Alright, we've resumed it. Oh look, there's 3 people still there. Look. I don't know what happened there. What I was saying back there was there must be something going on back there, because normally I come past there and the signal's brilliant all around the village. But the last 2 times I come by there, the signal's completely wiped out. Anyway, it's quite cool out here. The coolest it's been in a long time, to be honest with you. Had a bit of an extended walk. I was thinking about camping tonight, but it's a bit late now to get well, it's never too late, but plus, be just my luck, I'll get somewhere and then it'll start raining. Anyway, I'm just here, look, on this little footpath that goes out of my village. Farm over there, college over there, more farms up there. Here comes the number 7 bus. Maidstone, anybody? My bus pass is at home, so what sort of battery power we got left. 92. It's all good. Definitely feeling more lively tonight. Even though it was hotter today, I did quite a bit of cycling in the sun. Which I'll have to, well, I've got to go and see my doctor anyway. I've got to go for an ECG test. Can't see anything. What that does, it basically measures the electricity in your heart. Because basically people of my age, well, just older people who are on ADHD medication, you have to be regularly tested for certain sort of things, like your weight, your blood pressure, an ECG. But to be honest, even though they've tried to... Well, apparently one of my readings for blood pressure was a bit strange. But I think it was an error by the pharmacist bloke. Alright, Alan, how are you doing, mate? Good evening. Sorry, I've only just looked down then, so I've only just seen that. Got a bit of traffic now. We're going to cross over anyway. Walk back up. Yeah, I'm all good, cheers, mate. Just enjoying the walk out here. It's a bit cooler out here tonight, even though it was hotter. It's been about 32, 33 here today, so it's been quite warm. But it's definitely cooling down a bit now, and there's a nice breeze. Birmingham. In fact, that was the last place I sort of went, was Birmingham, when I went to the Rankin Roger Memorial concert. That was really good. I had quite a good time in Birmingham. Thought it was quite friendly and mellow up there, to be honest with you. And I really enjoyed the concert. Trying to think of the area it was. Begins with D. DE. I can't think what it's called. Yeah. In fact, I was a long way from home up there. Went to the concert, which was wicked. Basically what you had was Rankin Roger's son, Rankin Jr., who does it now with the B, playing like a memorial concert, and it was... Yeah, that's it, Alan, you bang on the money there. Yeah. Because that's where Rankin Roger's born, he's from there. But yeah, it's all good. I quite enjoyed wandering around Birmingham, aimlessly, completely lost. It was all good. I thought people the people at the hotel were really friendly. I thought the security at the concert was really good. That's all good, mate. I've got ADHD and ASD, so my brother's quite a bad speller, but you haven't got to apologise to me, man. I can still see what you're writing anyway. That's a mad little sports car. Yeah, that was a good concert. Very laid back up there, man. Went upstairs to the smoking light area. I said to the bouncer, "Where's the smoking area, pal?" He said, "Up here, mate." Went up there, right? The amount of ganja and different, obviously I smoke weed and that. The amount of different smokes I could smell up there. So I just sort of made myself one up there. It was quite a mellow atmosphere. I just thought, wow, this is quite laid back. I thought, well, everyone else is indulging, I'm just going to sit here and indulge. So I did, and it was a really good concert. And I come out of there, that was just after Terry Hall passed away, out of Specials. And I was walking home. Well, I was completely lost, to be honest with you. There's a video of it somewhere. I'm walking around Birmingham, completely lost. And I can hear the Specials dawning of a new era, right? Just booming out. And I went past this pub, man. There was all these skinhead girls and all sorts. There was all these skinhead girls at the concert as well. And people my age and a younger generation as well, which was quite interesting to see. Wow. Just lost the connection again. Just completely disappears when I go past that bit back there. I don't know why though. See if we can stay connected along here. Should be okay. Anyway, where was I? Talking about Birmingham. Yeah, I was wanting to visit Coventry, but I ended up visiting quite a few record shops in Birmingham. But I'd like to visit Coventry. Obviously Coventry, I'd like to visit the cathedral, or what was left of it after the bombing. Coventry was the most bombed per sort of mile, and bombs dropped on it. Was the most bombed place in Britain during the war. In fact, they completely flattened Coventry. And I believe that the raid was called Operation Sinatra. And basically, during the early hours, the Luftwaffe just dropped so many incendiary bombs over Coventry, it was just unreal. I'll show it back there. Just coming through here. See, I don't lose signal all around here. It's only that bit over there, but I never used to lose a signal over there. And what they did as well, the Luftwaffe, to make it even worse, They dropped the first lot of bombs and then waited for it. What they used to do, they used to wait because they'd know that all the rescuers and the firemen and people would be out, and then they used to do it again. But again, that I can't say that Britain hadn't been bombing Germany in the same manner. You look at Dresden and places that were heavily bombed. Yeah. Have a history lesson tonight. How about that? We're now a history channel. We don't play two-tone no more. No. Talk about lots of things. I think all that was left in Covent was the shell of the cathedral. Anyway, we're going up here. Police cones. In fact, I should probably start planning to get away soon. A little holiday. Evening. What the time is now? I fancy a coffee, I think. Coffee and split. Not much more weed left. And we're giving up for a bit while I get my licence. Yeah, walk back up now. It's a nice skylight up there. The sunset's up that end. Yeah, it's definitely cooler tonight out here. Need a big storm, that's what we need. But yeah, I think there'll be a big storm at some point. Probably flash flood round here, it normally does. quiet up here. Where's the time anyway? I think I've got some boxing to watch tonight. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll get in, charge my phone. Not that it's that flat anyway, but charge it right up, have a coffee, and then I'll go live from the studio. And I'm going to be live in there for about 2 hours tonight. Just doing random stuff. Painting, clearing the floor, wiring up the amp. It's pointless getting any more speakers up there until I've got all the floor sorted out. It's pointless really getting, well, I'll have a few records up there. Well, saying that, I've got about 300 records up there, but not the ones that I'm interested in. Also, what else have I got to do? Some other stuff I've got to do in there. I'll put a blind up. I could do that later on. My main goal is to finish the painting and get the floor sorted. But it's just been too hot to paint the last few days. But when I, before I left, I went in there and it was a little bit cool. Well, whether it was or not, it's a bit deceptive, I think, this weather. But I can always put a fan in there. I've only got, what have I got left to do? Just around the door frame. Just one bit of skirting board's got to have a second coat. What is just where I'm painting black onto white. So you happen to give it 2 coats. But I've got a Technics cabinet as well that I've got to disassemble. Then take that up there. Not even too sure where I'm actually putting my records yet. I've got some other bits of the big graphic equalizer sound processor to rig into it all as well. I've got a tape deck, Technics double deck, that I've got to rig into it. Oh, the CD player, I'm going to have that on the wall so it can just link straight into the mixer. I'm going to try and keep the amplifier where I'd normally, obviously I've got my blue platform, which has got the decks on and the mixer. I would normally put the amplifier on the side, but it's quite heavy, so I want to try and get a lot of weight that's on that platform off of it. But to do that, I've got to use a really long lead on the amplifier. I'll just show you my wheels quick on my mountain bike. I'm basically building a really retro mountain bike. So yeah. But, anyway, I'll be back.